Hello everybody, this is Johnny here with MDI. Today this video will be a little bit different from the others. Nope. Hello everybody, this is Johnny Wu with MDI. For this video, I'm doing a little bit different. A few days ago, or maybe a week ago, I thought about an idea to put together a top 5 accessory that will go with you to a production set in addition to your slider or your tripod. So instead of doing it by myself and showcase what I would usually like to use for the top 5 that I would carry with me, I also reached out to all my filmmaking friends in Cleveland, Ohio to see whether they would be willing to provide their top 5 accessory that they would carry with them on set. So for this video, we need your help. Watch throughout the whole thing and let us know through the comments below which one of these filmmakers accessory is the one that you like the most. You only can pick one. I know there may be 2 or 3 others that you might like, but just pick one. Person who has the most choice from all of you will win a bunch of different prizes from Gudsen, Cinco, Fimi, andycine, and pilotfly. We want you to sit back, enjoy the whole video, and let us know which filmmakers top 5 is your favorite choice. Hopefully you pick mine, but hey, and enjoy this video.
Alright, Johnny, so here's my 5 things I always take to set with me all the time. I think number 1 is this little light. Yes. It's a little vlogger light, but I don't really do vlogging. But the cool thing about this light, it's like $100, and he changes colors, everything. You can do all different colors. It's my favorite thing to take on set. I always need a little filler light, or whatever you need. You just need to get some more light. You just boom. Check out this light. My next thing I usually bring with me is a Slim Jim. Yeah, Slim Jim. It's always good if you have an actor or an actress on set who gets really angry or hangry. You just slide her a Slim Jim, or him, or somebody. Slide him a Slim Jim, and they'll be all happy, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Slim Jims always help with hangry actors and me when I get really hangry. My third thing that I have here is a coffee. Oh yeah. Oh my God, coffee. Yeah, coffee is good because it wakes you up and it keeps you focused, And when you direct big budget movies and you're like so balls deep in creating art, you need to be always on a point. So coffee helps. My fourth thing that I bring with me is a little lens wipes, a little lens cleaning kits. Because the last thing you want is go into editing and then find a big old smudge in the corner of your camera and you can't unsee, because then you have to color correct and edit and do all extra stuff that you don't want to do. So this actually saved me a lot of time, especially in like big shoots. You have to keep changing lens, and yeah, it's a mess. And the fifth, the last thing I bring with me is my self-doubt. Usually that's always with me on set. A little self-doubt always helps you. Personal, I don't have so it's here. It's my self-doubt here. I bring with me on set just to make sure, am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right? Did we already take that take? Maybe we should do this take one more time. And usually that second take is better, so bring that self-doubt with you. That's about it. That's 5 things that I bring on set with me. And of course the 6th is the bonus. Bring the award-winning smile.
Donn Nottage here from Velvet Buck Productions with my top 5 never leave home without them gear items. Number 1, on a shoot, you'd be foolish to not have your Moza Aircross 2 with you. It's an incredible gimbal, excellent user interface, it's stable, it'll hold most pieces of equipment, got great capacity. Definitely a step up for Moza on this one. Absolutely love it. The Rode NTG2 shotgun mic, which is phantom power capable as well as battery power. You could throw a AA battery into it, which makes it nice to have that option. It's got excellent sound quality. It can be mounted on any standard boom pole, use any blimp, and it's just outstanding. Wouldn't want to leave without that. I used to, speaking of sound recording, use the Tascam DR60D, and I ended up using a cell phone power pack on it because it really sucked down the 4 AA's. Then I found the Tascam DR05, which you can mount on a boom pole, have your sound person carry it around. It doesn't have the XLR inputs, but it does have also great built-in stereo mics if you ever record concerts or anything of the like, or conferences. And the noise floor is just as low as the DR60D. It's really, really good quality. Tascam makes some great stuff. That's number 3 on my list. Number 4 is a lighting piece of equipment, the Yongnuo YN360. This light stick has full RGB color mixing for any kind of funky effects, as well as, of course, daylight and tungsten color mixing. It's very versatile. You could use it as an accent light. You could use it on a light stand anywhere. You could bounce it. I have 2 of these. They're really, really cool, and they run on a Sony NP F770 battery. More about that in a moment. So this thing, I got it off Amazon. They're inexpensive, so you could buy several of them if you like. I like the form factor, and it comes with also another tungsten diffuser if you want to add some more warmth. Yes, the Fieldworld MA5 monitor. This thing is lightweight, much lighter and friendlier than a lot of earlier monitors. Great color profile on it, great color accuracy, and it uses the same Sony battery, which is a big advantage. If you have less chargers and you have less batteries to worry about on the set, the better for you. And if you like, you could use your LPE6 Canon batteries on it as well. So multi-battery capability. Honorable mention to the GVM on-camera monitor, if you like, or it can be used as an accent light. Uses, again, the same battery that the other 2 items use, so you have that option. It's got color temperature controls and color mixing and hue controls on it, and it is really cool, and it is lightweight and quite powerful. So that's 6 for the price of 5. That's me, Donn Nottage, Velvet Buck Productions. We'll see you on set somewhere sooner than later, hopefully.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Klein from Get the Pics Productions. I'm a film director from Cleveland, Ohio. And Johnny K. Wu asked that filmmakers from Cleveland would put together a list of their top 5 pieces of fun equipment that they like to have on set. And so I thought I'd go over a few of my top 5. First off, for my camera, this is I bought it on Amazon. It's just a DC coupler, and what it does is you can just plug it into, there's a little cord that comes with it here, plugs into the wall, and then it fits and plugs in and powers your camera through the actual battery slot. The nice thing about having battery power not being the only type of power that you have on set is that you can, for long shots, for long scenes where you want to just sit down, focus on the actors, and kind of let go of the equipment for a minute, is you can just plug this in. Don't have to worry about batteries, don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Just plug it in, camera's ready to go. And it'll stay ready to go for as long as you keep the camera on. And you don't have to worry about shutting it off in between takes, especially if you're using a DSLR or something like that. Other thing, these ones are MPOW, but they are noise-canceling headphones, and they do Bluetooth as well as plugging directly in to to the mini jack. And the nice thing about having noise-canceling headphones on a set is you need to do it because there's background noise. As soon as you're on set, as soon as you're in a location, a restaurant, a household, for 10 to 15 minutes, you're ears are going to adjust to focus on the things you want to hear, and you're going to let go of the background noises, the air conditioner that's running, the fridge that's vibrating in the background, the person that won't shut up in the next room. All of those things need to be known in your mind that they're there and that the audience is going to be hearing them later. So get noise canceling headphones. Get a couple different kinds of headphones too to be able to hear what people are going to hear in different types of sound systems, but that's definitely one to have. Next thing that I really love, the Neewer NW-81. These ones are super cheap, so cheap that I bought 3 of them, and I just have them around for different shots. We need to plug into separate cameras or plug into different sound systems to be able to capture for, different areas in the room at the same time. These are really, really nice. The sound quality is great, and the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing about it is that it's powered by AA, which you can pretty much get anywhere in an emergency. You don't want to get, 3 hours away from the place where you got your equipment from, get to the location, and then find out that you forgot the battery, or the battery for that microphone is going off because it was turned on the whole time, or something bumped the switch. It's great because worst case scenario, you got to go to CVS and grab a AA and put into this thing, and you're going to get great quality audio. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. Sorry. Okay. 4, 360 camera. Great to be able to capture this feeling on set, to be able to capture the whole environment. And it's really awesome to be able to go back and kind of remember, oh yeah, he was always talking to this person, or he was always helping out here, or oh yeah, those were the people that were there on that day when we had those really technical things that we had to do. Really cool way to be able to capture those things, 360 camera. This is the Theta S, I believe. And the cool thing about that as well is that that footage is really easy, really, really easy to then be able to put on social media and start advertising your film and really get people the inside look behind the scenes. Really cool element to that. So, and it comes with this cute little sleeve too. There we go. Good. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is this one here. So this one is super cheap and falling apart, and I need to get a new one. This is years and years old though, and I let people borrow it that didn't take care of it very well. So that's a side plot, fun lesson. Anyway, this is the Advanced Digital though. It's a just a track that attaches onto pretty much any tripod. I worked with at least 5 or 6 different ones that all fit into this here. Twist in. There's different sizing adjustments here that are really handy, and you can then place these on anything. The nice thing is these aren't specified for a specific height or width or anything like that. I've used it on, we used fire hose before as a track and just wound it through different rooms. What we use sometimes is just PVC pipe, metal pipes, whatever you have there, whatever you have on set. It's really easy to be able to use those and create cool shots. I'll show you one of the PVC pipes that goes. So we use this this PVC pipe on set sometimes as the track for it, and you'll see it does have a little bit of a bend. And the nice thing about that is you can place it right there, use this as your track, and you get this slight curvature. And it's a really cheap way. Like I'm talking, like I think it's around like $20 for that thing. The pipe's maybe like $3. Really cheap way to be able to get that cool, smooth curvature shot that doesn't look too stale, and it kind of focuses around your subject. So those are the 5. This, and then this. Thank you, Johnny K. Woo, for coming up with this challenge or question or whatever it technically is, and for requesting that I make something. So have a good day, guys.
All right, James Williams from Grave Lake Media here to talk about 5 things, 5 accessories I try to bring to every film set. First off, I'm gonna say I use a cinema camera. It's a lot bigger than a DSLR or mirrorless camera, and I don't gimbal at all because it takes me 45 minutes to strip that thing down, balance it, put it on gimbal, and another 45 minutes to put it back together. So I use dollies and sliders a lot. So it brings me our first one, Pro-Aim Swift Dolly. Pro-Aim's a good company. They make a lot of pro quality stuff. This is consumer level. You can pick it up for about $300, 12 free to track. and it's super smooth. I use it for a ton of my shots, and it's super easy. If you're on a tripod, you can pick the whole tripod up, throw it right on a dolly. If the tripod can't get low enough, you can put a ball head on the base of the dolly and slide it that way. But slow shots, fast shots, I've used it for just about everything. I love it. I can't live without it. Next is motorized slider from GVM, great video maker. I took a chance on this thing. It was under $400, and usually motorized sliders are $1,000 and up. And I could never, with a free slider, just get that fluid movement. Having a motorized slider is fantastic. I love this thing. I use it too much. I'm using it in every shot. The shot here, using it with a 100mm lens, no post-processing done on it. You can even use it for time lapses. It works in intervals. You can even pan around as you slide down. Really impressed with it. Really impressed with the build quality. For the price, can't beat that. Next up, the MixPre 3.2 from Sound Devices. I do a lot of next to no budget, low budget short films. I don't hire a sound guy for everything unless it's a competition piece. I love having a sound guy, but sometimes I just want to be able to hand somebody off the street a microphone in this bag and say, record something. And with the 32-bit float on this thing, and set a few levels for somebody who's never done it before, and I've done this. I've actually brought somebody who's never even been on a film set before and handed them this, and we've gotten serviceable sound. I won't say great sound, but serviceable. I think it was a great purchase. The 32-bit float, you can clip some levels and still recover some of the information, and you weren't able to do that before. But it's amazing piece of equipment. Last, I will talk next. This is 4. I will talk about the Aperture 120D Mark II. Picked that up about 6 months ago. Every filmmaker out there will probably tell you at least have one quality light in your setup, and I never did until now. I love this light. I'm using it now. I use it to bring sunlight in through exterior windows, even though they say it's really not powerful enough to do that, but you put the Fresnel lens on it and crank it all the way up. It's awesome. Use it for a skylight in this film here. I'm super impressed with the build quality, the effects that come with it, and the Bowens mount. You can put soft boxes on it, for, like I said, Fresnels or gels. And brings me to my last one. Is super cheap. It's moving blankets and muslin clips. I love these things. Super cheap. They stink. I don't know where they manufacture these things, but they smell like hell. So you plan on washing them when you get them. But I use these to cut a lot of light. They're a hell of a lot cheaper and easier to manage than like a 4x floppy. And they're also useful for when you have, you got to record sound in the worst possible space, like a kitchen with all hard surfaces or a bathroom with all hard surfaces. You can hang some of these up off camera, and they're going to absorb a lot of that reverb. So muslin clips with blankets, you can hang them pretty much anywhere. They're fantastic. And that about wraps up my 5 accessories that I bring to every film set. Back to you, Johnny.
Hey guys, my name's Tyler, and I'm from Brutal Flowers Productions. And Johnny asked me to review my 5 favorite accessories that I always take with me when I go out filming. So the first one here is called the LC500 LED light stick. You can either use this handheld or you can easily mount it to a light stand. I love it because it can be used with batteries. It's got built-in batteries that last a long time. I've used it for up to 2 or 3 hours, depending on how much intensity of light you have. The other cool thing about this light is it throws out just an enormous amount of light. So this is only 10%, but you can easily increase that temperature or increase the intensity of the light. And it also, when you increase the intensity of the light, it doesn't change the temperature of the light, which is nice. The other thing it does have is it's got a mode for incandescent light. So if you change the mode and put it into the back, it's showing incandescent light. And again, you can change the intensity. And really just a really powerful light. I definitely use it all the time. And again, this is called the LC500 LED light stick, and it's from a company called Godox. That's spelled Godox. My second favorite accessory is also a light. This here is the atomcube RX1 by Pilotfly. I love it because it's also battery powered, and it has a lot of the same functionality that that light has. So you can definitely easily change the intensity of the light. So you can get just the amount of light that you want, and you can also easily change the temperature of the light just by holding down a few of these knobs on the back. So that's how you can change the temperature of the light. I've used this light inside of cars. I think it's really convenient if you're shooting a shot inside of a car, especially in the daytime. There's tons of light outside, and sometimes your actors, especially if they're dark complected, you can't get enough light on them. So what I've done is you just use rubber bands, and you put this on the visor, and really you can get just a lot of light on your actors. And again, this one is called the atomcube RX1, and that's by a company called Pilotfly. Third one, this is a real cool field monitor. Comes in different sizes. This one is from a company called Feel World, Feel World. I love it because it does a lot of things for you. You can easily attach it to your camera, so you can stand away from the camera and see whatever the person behind the camera can see. It also comes with a pre-built-in false color, and it also has its own focus assist. So if for whatever reason your camera doesn't have it, or your camera won't let you put it to the monitor, you can use these built-in ones instead. Again, this is the Feel World Master Field Monitor. The next one is a variable neutral density filter. So in the past, I've used neutral density filters that usually you can do, 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stops, but you have to take them off and you have to put them back on. This is a variable one. This one comes from a company called K&F Concept, and all you do is you just turn this outer ring, and you can dial in the intensity of the filter that you want. So if you're outdoors and it seems like it's really bright, you can turn this all the way up, and again, limiting the amount of light that's hitting the sensor. Or as it starts to get dark, you can turn it back down, and it doesn't change the temperature of the light hitting the camera. And then finally, my last favorite gadget is something that's not electronic at all. This is something called a jib arm. You actually mount the plate to your tripod right here, and then you mount your camera here. The way this is built is that when you're going up and down, it will keep your camera level to the ground. On top of that, you can also use it to pan. So you can move your camera up and down while you're panning. It's a very different look than just tilting your camera, because when you tilt the camera angle is changing. This actually keeps the camera angle to the ground the same, no matter how high or how low you go. And a lot of companies make these. This happens to be a company called Indy, so this is the Indy Jib arm. Highly recommended. I've used it for years. In fact, I've used it probably in just about every movie that I've made. So that's it for me. Those are my favorite gadgets, and I'll turn everything back to Johnny. Thank you.
Hi, so my name is Scott Brosius. I'm here to tell you my top favorite film gadgets or accessories or whatever you want to call them. Number one, ND filter. At every shoot I'm at, I have an ND filter. I like to shoot fast, which is high aperture glass, and I want to have that shallow depth of focus at noon, and the only way to get that is ND. Number two, C-stand. You got to have a C-stand because it is an extra person. It can hold lights. It could hold your shotgun. It could hold weird props that you didn't even realize you need to have, like a string holding up a robot's arm. Long story. Yeah, gotta have a C-stand. I like the short C-stands because most of the time I don't need to be up, 16 foot. It's nice just having one that'll go like 6 foot. That's plenty for me because then it could also go down. That means it could fit in a small car. So I like the smaller ones because you can travel. Number 3, I love having my C-stand doing my audio because I shoot alone. I'm doing that right now. That's why you don't see it. And I have a Manfrotto super clamp that I clamp onto the C-stand, and I have a Manfrotto quick release adapter, and I just put my my audio recorder, my field recorder on it, and it's right there in front of me. I can hit record. I can, especially with COVID-19, I can sanitize the whole stand and say, hey, this is yours to use. It's sanitized. I love it. I think it's great. It's better than a bag. It's better than anything. It's awesome. 4, my pilotfly atomcube RX1s. They are just the handiest little light ever. That's what I'm using actually to light this shoot. They're fantastic. You can change the color temperature. You can do RGB. You could do there's a lightning effect. There's a TV flicker effect. There's like police and fire rollers. So you can have that kind of effect maybe like outside of a window and you can see like, oh, the police are here. It's just awesome. Like it has so many amazing effects. Oh, and it also has a flame or candle flicker. So if you want to kind of have like light a candle scene and you don't want to light it with candles, it kind of works. It's pretty cool. I love it. I have 2 of them. I wish I had 10 more because they are just so useful. You can control it with your phone, your app. So if you're trying to do like a distant shot or wide shot and you want to control the lights or change them, I mean you can kind of mid shot. It's kind of cool. Number 5, the Moza Slypod. It's one of the newest additions to my kit. I love it. I'm actually using it right now for holding the light stand because it's adjustable and it was pretty easy just to remote control the level that I wanted the light to be at. It's really cool. I've done a couple like just fun shots with my LEDs attached to it and just kind of done like a tracking shot with it and made the shadows kind of move over like wrinkled fabric. That was fun. I've used it obviously for cameras, for push-in shots, going down shots, sliding shots. It does everything. It's noisy, so it's not a great accessory for if you want a really, really quiet shot. But, I used it recently in a scene where I'm doing a reveal and the actors are coming, they're like 10, 15 feet away. You don't hear it. I mean, from that distance, it's not too bad. So, it just depends on what you need. But I love it because it's so thin and narrow. It fits in my backpack for my tripod. So if I don't use it, it's just kind of in there. If I do use it, then it's really there and it's super easy. I have like Manfrotto 501 plates on it. So just put it on my tripod and take it off, and setup time is awesome.
Hi, my name is Alicia Spurlock, and these are my top 5 necessities for filmmaking. So I have my phone. I actually don't own a camera, so you gotta use what you have. Number 2 would be my Moza Mini Me. It's a phone gimbal, so you can go up, down, left, right. That is my absolute favorite. Let's see, number 3 would be props. Number 4, my Dunkin' Donut. Caffeine keeps the mind keen. Number 5 would be Final Cut Pro, my editing program. All right, and I am Alicia Spurlock, and those are my top 5 necessities.
Hi, my name is Wayne Wong, producer and director at Red Dragon Media. This is a company I formed in late 2019 when my friend Johnny Woo challenged me to step up from acting and writing to make my own film. So between Black Friday and Christmas, I did a lot of research and did a lot of shopping and bought a lot of gear, and I've used it to, so far, make 2 short films. At the heart of my equipment is a Panasonic Lumix GH5. It's a great camera, but pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about can be used with any camera setup. Without further ado, here's my top 5 gear. Number 1 is a variable neutral density filter. The variable density filter is essential for any outdoor daytime shot. Often you get the perfect shot, but then the lighting conditions change, perhaps clouds go by. Traditionally, the discrete ND filters have to be swapped in and out when you want to change the amount of filtration. But with a variable ND filter, you can easily put that on and keep it on throughout the day, and then just change the filter value by rotating the variable ND filter. You do have to be careful when buying a variable ND filter. Read the reviews. The cheaper ones often have a black X mark as you darken the filter. My variable ND filter is from K&F Concepts. It's small, slim, it's good quality. I recommend it. Number 2. Lights are essential, and for the starting indie filmmaker on a budget, I recommend the Neewer 660 LED lights. As the name implies, the 660 has 660 LEDs that are split into 2 temperature sets, and by controlling each set independently, the overall temperature of the light can be adjusted. The 2-light set is great, as each light comes with a light stand and a softbox diffuser. They also come with barn doors, so the light can be used to illuminate just the actor or subject, and it minimizes the spillover of light onto the background. Number 3. Field monitors make life so much easier for the cameraman. I did a lot of research, including watching reviews by my friend Jason Wang on his TLDR YouTube channel. The andycine A6 Plus field monitor is powered by industry standard Sony Type NP batteries. I settled on this monitor because it's rated very well and it has a lot of features, too many to name here. It has a 5.5-inch IPS touchscreen and many settings and features that help with focus, lighting, and much more. This monitor uses a HDMI input from the camera. It also has a 4K HDMI output that's very useful and can be set up to downstream to a larger monitor for the director or the crew. Excellent sound in any film is essential, and my 4th and 5th accessories help with that. At number 4 is the Zoom H6 audio recorder. The H6 has 4 XLM inputs. It also has a built-in microphone. The Zoom H6 can be powered off of batteries, but for a long day on set, I recommend using a USB battery pack. The screen allows monitoring of all of the input values. There's also a headphone output so that you can monitor the sound and adjust the gain accordingly. I'm using the Zoom H6 right now to record all of my audio. It's working out great. I'm also using it with the battery charger, as I mentioned. My 5th accessory is a quality shotgun microphone. I'm using a Cinco Mic D2. In fact, that's what I'm using right now, just off camera, to record this audio. For some scenes, I use a lavalier mic as well as the D2 shotgun mic. The audio from the shotgun mic is usually what makes it onto the film as I experiment with different options, different settings, and different approaches. The Cinco Mic D2 has a hypercardioid condenser pattern, which means it's very directional in what it picks up. This is ideal in a setting that has a reasonable amount of background noise, because the mic primarily picks up the voice of the actors. So, those were my top 5 accessories to bring on set. Hopefully that was useful information for you. Let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot.
Hey everybody, Nick Muhlback here. Today I'm going to be doing a top 5 list, in no particular order really, of 5 useful accessories that I use when it comes to my filmmaking now. Number 5 is going to be this small LED light that was given to me by Johnny Woo. I'm not entirely sure where or what make it is, but I generally use it when it comes to lighting smaller areas or just as an extra light, and it is extremely useful in that sense. I also use, at number 4, this Audio-Technica shotgun mic, which I'm currently in the process of using. I'll post a picture here. Audio was never really my strong suit, so when it comes to filmmaking, I am extremely, extremely lucky to now have something that's going to give me crisp audio. Countless projects beforehand did not. Number 3, we're going to have the green screen. Now, I'm not going to set up the green screen, but here are a few images of some projects that I used with my green screen, including the most recent being the Raised Liver and Onions videos that we did. I've grown to use green screen on a lot of different projects, and having this ginormous green screen that I can set to whoever I want is perfect for me. Coming in at number 2. This is actually something that not a lot of people are going to expect to be on this list, but it is this package of gels. If you know me, you know that I kind of carry these around to any set that I'm on. It has become popular amongst a ton of my friends to borrow these for their project. I got these off of Amazon, a very simple purchase for not a lot of money, but definitely very useful when it comes down to it. Last, and certainly not least, actually this would probably be my number 1, is the Moza Aircross 2. Now my plate is off to the side. I was using it, I needed to reattach a bolt to it, but this is probably the most useful product that I own. I thank Johnny Woo for introducing me to using gimbals when it comes to my films. We were able to create so many amazing shots for a Shattered Diamond. I use it when it comes to filming charity volleyball tournaments and having shaky hands as I do. It might not be noticeable on screen, but they definitely are. It is so useful to be able to have something like this, to be able to create the absolute best shot that I possibly can. Definitely my most useful product. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching my video. Check out everybody else's list. This is going to be a really awesome experience to see what other people use when it comes to their filmmaking, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everybody, this is Johnny Woo here with MDI. Today I'm going to do my top 5 accessories gear that I will take with me on shoot. I've been asking several of my filmmaking friends to put together their top 5 accessories list as well. So hopefully you enjoy all of them so far, and here's mine. The first one I'm going to talk about is the gimbals. I always like to take my gimbals with me to locations because they're pretty easy to do. So this is a Moza Aircross 2. Also I have the Air 2. They are both for the mirrorless and cameras. This one can use up to a Blackmagic Pocket 4K with very minimal setup. The Air 2 can actually have the entire setup for a Blackmagic Pocket 4K in the Sigma 1835. So what I like about this is, this is simple, light enough to be used. I have a andycine 4K monitor, which I have connected to a pilotfly adapter device here, so you make it work. So obviously, when I go downwards, you can see the monitor continue to stay in the same position as I wanted to. So which is kind of pretty cool. So this is one gear, and the monitor here is a 3D LUT capable touchscreen monitor that I use all the time from andycine. And those are 2 accessories here. So I'm going to put this down. The third one is the pilotfly atomcube light. It's had 2 different color tones. You can do daylight or tungsten. At the same time, you can actually control the density You can actually also can do different adjustment, different colors. Oops. Or you can have it set up for different mode, lighting mode, etc., etc. So this is pretty decent. I have 2 of those, and they have been very, very good for what I use for it. And some of my friends actually borrowed them because it's kind of cool. So this is my third accessory that I will always carry with me. The 4 is a combination of 2 things. One is a recorder, which is a Mixi Pre 6. The Mix Pre 6 is a very decent. Have a total of 6 input, 4 DSLR, and 1 stereo 3.5. I use this all the time because I realize this is have a really, really nice quality sound recorded, and you can do as many normalized gain, and you still hardly can hear the background noise. With this, I usually use with shotgun mics. Now, Synco gave me the D1 and D2 shotgun mics. They're really, really good. They're affordable, and they actually do really, really great job for it. So now this is my number 4 accessory that I would take with me. Finally, for B-roll or any other run-to-gun environments, this is what I would take, either one of those 3. This is what we call the pocket gimbals. We have here the Feiyu intake on my right. In the middle here is the Fimi Palm. And here on the left is the Osmo Pocket. They shoot 4K. They are very small. They're feasible to take anywhere you want. And they can be used as a B-roll camera, or they can be used as a run and gun in case when you go to locations that you cannot use any bigger camera to take in there because of social distancing, or they're afraid that your camera can be contaminated by different things. So you take this, you shoot what you need it, and you take it home. This tool over here can actually have external audio connected to, like the Sennheiser wireless mic I'm using right now. I can actually attach to this too. So you can have really, really good audio. And you can just carry them anywhere you want, and it's actually a gimbal pocket. The price varies. This one's about $250. This is about $200 right now, you can get it. This is almost $300, $350. But they all do the same quality, different features though, however. So you just have to pick and choose, decide which one you prefer to do. Personally, I will use either one of them. It really doesn't matter. I managed to be able to match the color. And so they are. These are the 5 different accessories that I take with me to set. And hopefully you enjoy the others. And let us know which one you like the most from filmmaking wise. And comment below. The person who had the most comment will win a bunch of prizes from different sponsors. Talk to you.